Today's top 5 is my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger films.
Oh, it's Friday night. Don't know what I'm gonna do tonight. I could sit here and pick my nose while I watch a brand new video. Whoa, top 5 Friday tonight.
5.
Running Man. This film came out in 1987 and was loosely based on the novel of the same name written by Stephen King. Now Arnold plays Ben Richards, who was basically set up by the government, falsely accused, and the point of the movie is it's set somewhere between 2017 through 2019, where convicted persons are forced to compete in game shows, one of them called The Running Man, and basically you have to run through this gauntlet of people trying to kill you, and if you survive it, you have a chance of getting pardoned. With characters like Fireball, who uses a flamethrower for a weapon, Sub-Zero, who uses hockey sticks for a weapon, and Buzzsaw, who uses chainsaws as weapons. The deck is definitely stacked against Arnold in this one. What I like about this movie is the ridiculousness of it, especially as an adult watching it. They're basically showing deaths on live television. You still, to this day, you can't even say curse words like fuck. Yet, in this movie, it's set in a time where let's show blood and guts and all that good stuff. I don't want to spoil too much of the movie, but definitely go check this one out yourself.
4.
Predator. 1987, Schwarzenegger plays a guy named Dutch who leads a special team of elite forces into the jungles of Guatemala to rescue some hostages. Well, when they get there, they see nothing but bodies. And pretty much this is where the Predator comes in, because Arnie and his team are the hunted. They are being hunted by, well, predators, because that's what they do, is hunt. Now the Predator has cloaking devices, has weaponry that, you know, our military hadn't even seen yet at this point. And again, not going to give away too much of the movie, but Arnold, in true Arnold fashion, is badass and kicks ass and takes names, and just watch for yourself.
3.
Kindergarten Cop, 1990. Arnold plays Detective John Kimball, and he goes undercover as a kindergarten teacher, substitute kindergarten teacher, to look for a suspected drug lord. What I like about this film is it's not your typical Arnold Schwarzenegger film where he's just kicking ass and taking names and he's military and he's got the guns and grenades and all that other stuff. They put him in an environment where you would definitely think he would feel out of his element, but he makes it work. I mean, he's a cop, obviously. He's this big dude, because, well, he's a big dude, and he's having to deal with a bunch of kindergartners, a bunch of 5-year-olds, you know, and he doesn't necessarily know how to handle them all the time, especially right up front. As time goes on, he does become, you know, more familiar with the kids, more comfortable with the kids, blah, blah, blah. I think he did it well. He pulled it off. He pulled off the whole bull in a china cabinet routine, if you will, being this big, massive, tough, manly guy around a bunch of soft kids, if you will. Some of my favorite lines, Arnold Schwarzenegger lines of all time, came out of this. I'm a cop, you idiot. I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions, want to have them answered immediately. I still say things like that. And there for a while, people were taking sound bites and doing prank calls with stuff like that. So that was that was shit, what, early 2000s, something like that? Anyways, Kindergarten Cop, go check that one out. There's actually a sequel to this one called Kindergarten Cop 2, and it's with Dolph Lundgren, pretty much the same scenario. It's not half bad, actually.
2.
Commando, 1985, he plays John Matrix. Now we're gonna go back to typical Schwarzenegger, military movie, guns, grenades, all that good stuff. Basically, he's ex-special forces. Some people come in and they kidnap his daughter. Well, from this point of the movie on, he spends the entire film trying to get her back. And holds no expense, no bars hold, so to speak. It doesn't matter what he's killing people with. He is focused. His goal, get my kid back, like I would think any parent would be. I like films like this for what they are, okay? They're kind of cheesy action films, and a lot of his films were like this. A lot of movies were like this back in the day. You're not gonna go on a one-man killing spree, no matter what your situation is. You're probably gonna go to the authorities, but not Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna have a lot of guns. I'm gonna blow a lot of things up. I'm gonna leave a bunch of dead bodies in my wake. And this movie is no different. It does all of that. Again, I like ridiculousness in some movies. There are some ridiculous parts in here. One of those being where he jumps out of a plane, no parachute, just kind of lands in this, tall grass, marshy area and just gets up and walks away like he wouldn't be hurt or even dead at that point. But I love it. I love stuff like that. One of my favorite lines in this film is when he's talking to Sully. He goes, "Sully, remember when I said I'd kill you last? I lied," and kills him because he wasn't the last guy that he needed to kill. He was just the guy he needed to kill at the time. So Commando, go check that one out. It's a good. And Alyssa Milano's in it.
Why?
Terminator 2, 1991, written and directed by the great James Cameron. It's obviously the sequel to the first Terminator, and Arnold comes back as the T-800, except new and improved this time, and he is sent from the future back to the past to actually protect John Connor, versus in the first movie where he was sent back to the past to kill Sarah Connor, so John Connor was never even born. He is protecting him from a T-1000, which is a way better model of Terminator than the T-800. You can follow along. Basically, the T-1000 is kind of a shapeshifter, and at that time, we'd never seen anything like that in movies. Of course, you got Hasta La Vista Baby came from that, and it's funny because John Connor was actually trying to teach him to say Hasta La Vista Dickhead, but he changed it because he's new and improved and he's not supposed to kill in Terminator 2. He's supposed to protect, that's his job. But John Connor, of course, you have this human-robot relationship that forms and develops, and John Connor is trying to teach a robot how to become more human by teaching him, I guess, how to emotion and care and things like that. Some people call this the greatest action film of all time. You can definitely throw that into the ring when having that conversation. I don't know about that, but it's definitely my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger action film or film period of all time. So Terminator 2, if you haven't seen that, go watch it. Watch the entire Terminator series while you're at it.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
That's my top 5 Arnold Schwarzenegger films of all time. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't, and no, I'm not gonna sit here and try to do the voice and say stupid shit like get down and get to the chopper. Put your top 5 Schwarzenegger films down below, and if you have a top 5 you wanna hear me ramble on about, put it in the comments. If I like it, I'll do a video. Thanks for watching.
Say lines.
Huh?
Say lines.
I'm not saying lines.
Say lines.
I'm not saying the lines.
What?
I'm not doing it.